Hey, this is Blattam, and I'm going to be talking about uh, game theory, and particularly, I'm going to be talking about the theory of game theory. So this is the definitions, theorems, proof, sort of the mathematical framework in game theory, and this is part one of uh, of the theory. Um, so we're going to start by defining the thing that we talk about the most, the thing that we're going to be trying to study. And so the thing we're going to be trying to study are strategies. So a strategy, and all right, so hold on. So I'm underlining this word strategy. And what that means is that I'm defining this word in the sentence. This is going to be a definition of strategy. I know that the word strategy, especially when you're talking about a game, uh, that already has some meaning to a lot of people. I'm not trying to reframe that meaning. I'm not trying to give a new, a different spin on that. I'm just introducing a totally new concept, and the word that is used for it is strategy, and this is just standard in the field. Um, so don't think about strategies that you know about. You should, this is a totally new idea. Um, so a strategy um, is a set of rules a player uses to make decisions. So what does this mean? So here are some examples. Maybe they'll illustrate what this means. Example. You can see me getting used to the software as I do this, right? um, so Bart Simpson, always throws rock in rock, paper, scissors. So we're going to be talking about rock, paper, scissors a lot in this series of videos. I'm always going to abbreviate it RPS. And here I've written out rock, but in the future I'm just going to write R, P, and S. So this is an example of a strategy. And it's, this is mentioned in one of the millions of Simpsons episodes, that when Bart Simpson plays rock, paper, scissors, he throws rock every single time. And I mean, that's a valid rule for how you make a decision, right? He's faced with three options: throw a rock, throw paper, throw scissors. And um, he decides the rule he has in his head is that when I'm faced with that decision, I throw a rock. And so that's his strategy. Bart's strategy is to always throw a rock in rock, paper, scissors. Let me give you another example. So Maggie throws rock, paper, and scissors, each with probability 1/3. So this is again, well, this introduces a new idea that you can your strategy doesn't have to be deterministic. Uh, you can be in the it's okay for you to be in the same situation but make different decisions each time. Um, I mean, I think that this Maggie's strategy in rock paper scissors is pretty um, is pretty familiar. Certainly, maybe even more familiar than Bart's, because I mean, who do you know who actually always throws the same thing every time in rock paper scissors? I mean, usually people mix it up a little bit. So Maggie is mixing it up by doing sort of one third, one third, one third, which is maybe the most natural way to mix it up. And this is a valid strategy as well. I mean, so she can't. So a strategy here is specifying the probabilities with which she takes each action, and she can't change her one third, one third, one third, but she can change what she throws from uh, from game to game. Um, she's allowed to go onto random.org and generate a random number that way. That's okay in a strategy. Um, so these two strategies um, illustrate adjectives that we can associate to the word strategy. So a pure strategy, again, so I'm defining the word pure. So pure strategy is a strategy that always oops. As you can see, I am not quite familiar with this with this software. Here we are. Zoom. It always makes the same decision in the same situation. So this is like Bart's strategy. Bart always does the same thing when he's in the same situation, right? Whenever he has to play rock, paper, scissors, he always throws rock. Mixed strategy is a strategy, and of course the fastest way to define this is to say it's a strategy which is not pure. So if you're not a pure strategy, you're a mixed strategy. So what does this mean? So one way to think about this is pure is pure is deterministic, and mixed is non-deterministic. So a mixed strategy is one that has inherent randomness in it, whereas a pure strategy is one which doesn't have any inherent randomness in it. Pure strategies always do the same thing when they're in the same situation, and mixed strategies, even when you find yourself in the same exact situation, you can make different decisions. The caveat is that in a mixed strategy, if you're employing a mixed strategy, you have to specify with what probability you make each decision. So Maggie's allowed to say that she throws rock, paper, and scissors each with probability one third, but she has to specify the probabilities. She can't say, oh, I throw rock some of the time, paper some of the time, and scissors some of the time, and who knows what happens, because then it's just impossible to analyze anything. So that's it for these two definitions, and we're going to be hearing a lot about them in the future. So even if right now they haven't quite sunk in, they seem a little bit strange, I think we'll quickly get the hang of it and what these mean.